And good afternoon, fellow citizens of the verse, and welcome back once more to Star Citizen. And well, I don't know what we're going to be doing today, so we'll see what the game provides. But I want to continue my exploration of all things planety and moony, if that makes sense. So looking forward to this, getting stuck in once again to the amazingness that is the Star Citizen universe. And yeah, so well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So right, the first things first. Hang on, let me get into the game because I've got to press a button. There we go. Yay! We are standing here in the dark, actually, on Horizon, on Crusader. That's right, isn't it? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So yeah, the sun hasn't come up, or maybe the sun is just about to come up. I'm not entirely sure. So that's where we are right now. Anyway, who's in the chat? Dr. Quest MD is here, and Bogus Truths is here. MGL 1206 is here. Yeah, Top Shot is here. Starbolt 81. Penny McGinty is here. Leslie Graham is here. Excellent, good to see you as well. And fantastic. Mad Monks off, of course. The shiny red flag. The shiny red flag. Yay. Sorry, I'm very childish, as you know. Jester is here as well, who says, unfortunately, should you unfortunately die on a mission today, then please can I have it? Please can you make it spectacular? I have popcorn. I'll do my best. Commander Duston is here as well. Dr. Man SC is here. DJ Scooby is here, and Watari Mono is here as well. Welcome, welcome one and welcome all. And if you're new to the game or the chat or the stream, a lovely welcome to you as well. Thank you very much for topping on. And yeah, welcome. It's Friday. Yeah, this is good. It's nice to be at Friday, isn't it? Thank God for that. Dear. So oh, a few more people. Roger James is here. Insect Royalty, now that's a good name. Found on Sendai is here. Sad Universe is here. Have I landed on a different horizontal platforming? No, I haven't tried that. I should try that, shouldn't I? Shadow Wyvern, always good to see you, sir. First time chat from Embrace the Weed. Hello, Embrace the Weed. And I've forgotten how to pronounce Nakoij. Sorry. Welcome anyway. Slifnir as well is here as well. Donkey Aura is here as well. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. The Rogue Catloaf is here as well. Right, we should go somewhere and do some stuff, right? Because that's why we're here in the space game, isn't it? Right, so here I am on. There's something illuminating these platforms, as I'm just interesting. Now you can see on my PC, this place does definitely hit my frame rate a bit. It's a tiny bit kind of sluggish, as you can see, but I mean it's okay. But I'm just curious where that light is coming from. Is that the sun about to rise? Let's just wander around here. I am on Horizon, which is on Crusader. I can't see what's causing that illumination. It looks like maybe it is the sun. So yeah, so I mean, just for those of you who are into your geeky PC spec stuff, my PC is an i7 8700. I'm really not sure on that. I think it's an 8700 with an NVIDIA GTX 1070 graphics cards. By no means state of the art, and this place definitely is one of the hardest, I think, in the entire game, isn't it? What light from yonder window breaks? Well, that was the question I was trying to ask, but I can't see the sun from the perspective of the hotel here. So let's go downstairs and see if we can figure it out. There's probably the sun effects loading. Oh, okay. Improperly, maybe. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out. This place is very, very swish, isn't it? And there's all sorts of... I just like the artwork in this game. It's just... Every planet you go to feels very different, which is nice. Just gives you the sense that you're not in a world. Well, it gives you a sense you are in a world, actually, or in a place. A real sense of kind of being around. Now, this is one thing I really love here. Is like, you know, there's lore in the game. I mean, what a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? And you can actually play it.
More than just the name of the space.
It tells you stuff. I'm like, I like that. I really like that. You know, if you just embed bits of lore and. I don't want to listen to it now, but I don't. Can I does it have a pause button? No, that's right. I'm going to leave it there. But you know what I mean? That shows me that there's a possibility, and you can hear it in the background as you walk away. Oh, sun should rise in about 37 minutes. Okay, well, that's a bit late for us. Let's just go over here because I want to get back to the spaceship. I think landing on one of the other pads would be, one of the other kind of areas would be quite good. So I might head back and get my ship, and let's try, because I didn't even know that was possible. And that amazes me watching this, to be honest, because the first time I played this is where I started when I first tried out Star Citizen, and I was pretty impressed by this environment. But I thought, surely most of that backdrop is eye candy, right? And I just made that assumption because I thought, well, I know how computer games are made. You put a funky background in, and it looks really nice, but you can't actually get to it. Okay, and then everyone basically said, no, it's not. That's not true. And I was like, what, really? Every single thing you can see is a thing. And I was like, no, you're having me on. But it's true. And this whole business of just jumping aboard this air car thing, and it's just beautiful. It's just so immersive. Oh, I love it. I mean, this is the problem. I may have gone the wrong way. I can't remember. This is the only way. No, there is a thing on the other side, isn't there? If this isn't the right play, we'll figure it out. But right, where are we now? Is this the spaceport or is this something else?
Approaching next station.
What's Providence Station?
Please prepare to disembark.
This isn't where my ship is it? It goes in a circle. I do remember going in a circle. Look, I mean, it all folds out and stuff. That's really good. You can also, I do want to try landing on the cargo bars. That's, I quite like the idea of that, but that might be asking quite a lot of my piloting skills. Okay, so that's the construction area, so I don't want to go there. I don't know what's actually there then. Do they construct things you can buy and stuff, or? Oh, that's where they make ships. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the spaceport. So all of these buildings around me here are places you can actually sit on and kind of land on. I had no idea. I mean, it just looks, I just assumed it was background, and of course if you look at it carefully you can see it's actually changing in the background. And there's, up there is one of those freighters. So it's actually the sky that we're seeing there, isn't it? Oh, we're already right. Depending on who you ask, it's either too good to be true or it really is too good to be true. Well, I have to say I am always in awe of what I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing in this game, because it's just so much more ambitious than any other thing I've ever seen in any genre. And that's a big deal, because it just pushes, it's, dare I say it, pushing, I shouldn't use cliches as a writer, but it's pushing the envelope. It genuinely is the art of the possible, and I like that. I like that people push the art of the possible, because even if they fail, and there is a possibility this will fail, it might run into awful financial trouble and dry up and go wrong, but at least somebody tried, and that I think is a laudable thing. Some of the things that have really changed the face of all sorts of different industries have been because somebody had a vision and believed in it and pushed on it, and fell down, picked themselves up, kept going, all those kind of things. There's loads of movies on those sort of subjects, right? But anything worthwhile requires ambition and drive and vision and a lot of naysayers, okay? Because you can never do anything without naysayers, because they just turn up until you can't, whatever it is you're trying to do, it can't be done. And you've got to believe in what you're doing. I like the fact this is an O2 atmosphere on this gas giant, which is a cool idea. Frame rate, I must admit I haven't really noticed a frame rate difference in daytime or nighttime, to be honest. It's not great. I mean, it's probably sub 30 frames per second, I would guess. I don't know, I haven't got a frame counter on, but it's smooth, it's not jolty, it's just not super performant. At least it's quite good. Look, it's just playing videos of itself. And I know that's a simple thing to do, embed a video in a wall screen, but it's a nice touch that people, you know, it's sort of advertising how cool it is to chill out here. I like that. It gives the place a sense of life. Now I know, interesting enough here, all the NPCs seem to have frozen to the spot. I don't know if that's a bug or whether they're still loading or something. Have I zoomed into the videos in game? I haven't actually. Is that something that's worth doing? No, they're quite high res. Is there something I'm looking for there? It's just a big screen, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happened to the NPCs. Maybe. Oh, there's a video screen on the Providence Station which has actual pixels. Okay, so I'm not sure what's happened to the NPCs today. They are, I don't know, maybe time has stopped. That's some sort of weird Star Trek episode. Right, let's go and get my, that's a bug. Oh, it signifies the server's not running well. Okay. Okay, so I can't get my Constellation back because that's the one I rented. Right, Hangar 7 is where my ship is. So I need to go to the lift and call my ship. Yeah, so I'm always a big fan of ambition. I don't like having to compromise on things. Just because somebody somewhere says it can't be done. There are more important things in life, I think. Right, here's my amazing ship, my lovely Cutlass Black. Space truck. If you notice the game being more unresponsive, that means a crash is coming. You might want to switch servers. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. I mean, individually it seems to be okay, but there we go. Inside my ship. I say it every week. You must be getting tired of me saying this, but it's so damn cool. Oh, that texture hasn't loaded properly. That's interesting. Actually, none of the textures in here have loaded. So maybe that's this server business that you've been talking about. That looks fine, but the textures on the back here haven't loaded correctly. In fact, there's quite a few missing ones, aren't there? So maybe the server is about to fall over in a heap. We'll find out. Right, let's get to board our ship. Let's see if we can go to one of those little things. Oh, looks like a bug where the ground texture is blended. So, I mean, bugs are bugs, right? And I'm aware there are bugs right now. They haven't really stopped me doing much that I wanted to do. You do notice them every so often, but
You are clear to launch.
but I'm okay with that because the game is an alpha. I think that's fine. You know, it's not claiming to be something it's not. So, yeah, well, I'm quite happy to accept bugs. I mean, if they stop you playing things, the game crashes all the time. That is going to get tedious quite fast. Yeah, right. So VTOL mode. I think is that right? Yeah. Okay. Let's put the throttle down to not very much. There we go, and then. Oh, got to switch the engines on. It's always a good plan. There we go. Right, slowly we come out. Okay, we're out. Right, undercarriage. Okay, so where do you suggest? Let's go to external view for a moment. Where do you suggest we go for a nice? See, there's quite a nice ringy thing directly in front of us, actually. Should we go down there and just have a poke about? There seems to be like a space there I could actually land on as well. So, okay, I think the server might be wonky. I was having some different stuff. Okay, so we'll bear that in mind. Now this is me now just literally going, I fancy going down there. Okay, so this is literally what I'm doing. I fancy going down there. So let's see what we can actually do by just choosing a random spot. Land on the grass. Okay, is it big enough for me to land on the grass? I can't tell the scale. I've got no idea how far away that thing is. The other, you can't land anywhere except near Providence and the green circle. Okay, so let's just try landing on somebody's lawn then. Maybe in between those two big. Oh, hang on. No, there's a landing pad. Hang on, I'm just going to throttle back down. Okay, so there's some trees. There's a landing pad there. So maybe I can just land there to start with. Let's go. Oh, it's quite hard to. There we go. I can see it now. Right, let's switch the lights on. Undercarriage is down or not? No, it's not. Let's put the undercarriage down. There we go. Okay. Let's put the throttle down to not very much. Right. Let's see if I can land here. Just because you can. This is what I love about this game. I fancy going over there and having a look. You can. That's just an amazing thing. Right, let's just gently put it down. I think we're down. Look at that. Not a bad landing, even if I do say so myself. Right, engines are offline, so presumably we can literally go out and have a look. So yeah, so apologies if there's slight issues with the oh no, it's all loaded in now, look. Okay, so that's interesting. I had a bit of a low-res ship there for a moment. Right, so open that. And we've got landed on somebody's pad. Landed on somebody's garden. I don't know, we didn't get asked for landing. Basically somebody's garden, isn't it? I hope they don't mind us just sort of dropping in. So they've got a nice pergola here, and it's just like a cool chill out spot, isn't it? On top of the building. Oh, look at that! With my ship just sitting there in the kind of the pad, and then there's that massive construction thing over there. I don't know what it is. And the angels singing, you know, the music in the background here. And you know, there's a. Now these are. Oh, see, look, even these chairs, I can interact and just chill. Okay, well, there we go. Nice flooring as well. I like that. That's nice. Up we get again. So I mean, there's not a great deal to do here now, but the environment is here. We could say, meet me by the XYZ over. It's just nice. Okay, so. I don't think there's much I can do here other than the fact it's here. You can go to the industrial spots as well. Okay, so there's stairs over here. So where does that go? Is that just literally another viewing spot? Oh, the sun loungers. Somebody said there were sun loungers. Okay, it's kind of the wrong time of day for sun lounging, as you can see. But can you interact with those? No, you can't interact with those yet. Okay, so it's a shame. The sun loungers don't work. Oh, there's a little drink spot as well. So presumably at some point I'll be able to just chill out here and order a drink. Commander Dusthorn went to the bar and who doesn't want to order a drink in a space game? I love this sort of stuff. It's fabulous. Right, so what's actually in here then? Is that a window? Oh no, it's not. Okay, so this is a drop off. Oh yeah, so you can drop things off. So presumably these are locked at the moment, sort of future content things, yeah. Okay, you can go around the back, all chairs, some magazines and stuff. Quite a nice little spot, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, then obviously back to your ship. Okay, so let's try landing on the grass then, down at the bottom, just because you can. I love trying to push the edges in this game because I haven't really found any yet. It's like, oh yeah, there's going to be an invisible wall that you bounce off, or there's going to be something that stops you going there, or all those sort of things. No, this is what's so nice. The sense of freedom is extraordinary, and that just, it's such a precious thing in gaming circles. Is not having any limits. So you can really go and make your own entertainment, and not just be stuck with the the built-in stuff. So okay, so I think it was down there. We go. So down there, let's go forward a little bit. I'm just going to use the external view, not because I just want to enjoy the eye candy. So there's where we just, so literally we can land down there, can't we? Got to be a bit careful because I'm not sure if that's standing proud. That is that a raised section? I think it is. I'm going to land on somebody's pathway here. Look at the lighting of the ship as well. That's quite nice. Right, let's see. Okay, so keep off the grass. Well, I was a bit worried about the old keep off the grass. Let's just bring the nose of the ship up a bit. Let's go a tiny bit forward. I think that's about right. Let's it's like blowing leaves everywhere. Look. Oh, that was a bit of a thump. Right, we're down again. The fact that I can do that is, and we can now go out the back, and we've literally just dropped the ship down, I don't know, 200 meters or something. And there we go. Now we can enjoy the view from down here on the grass, and we were literally just up there. Yeah, that to me is I literally don't have the words to describe it. It's so clever. And then we just wander around here, I suppose, around these pathways. And it's just, we've landed our ship in the middle of a park, and there's buildings and there's flags, and I don't know, it's just amazing. Yeah, you can't park that here, mate. It's just extraordinary. I want to be careful that I don't fall off anything, because I have had that happen to me before. But and the buildings have got LED lighting because it's science fiction. It's just a beautiful thing to hang around in and observe. Right, I do want to try landing on one of those things. I'm feeling adventurous today. Let's go and land on the barge. Let's give that a whirl, because that sounds like it should be cause for quite possible bad things happening, especially with my piloting skills. Let's go and see how well that works. Right, okay, try landing on the barge. Okay, I'm going to go try landing on the barge. Let's see if we can find a barge first. So into the pilot seat. There we go. Right, okay, engines on. Oh. Engines on, right. Up we go. Okay, now presumably I've got to find a barge, so let's go to the external view. Barge party. It'll get a bit desyncy. Right, there's a barge over there, I think. Let's go and see if we can find that one. Now there's quite a few barges about, so that one over there directly in front of me is definitely moving, so I'm going to go over there. I'm in vertical takeoff mode, but I suppose I can get the undercarriage up, can't I? In fact, if I go to, there we go. Yes, that's so cool as well. Darkness is disorientating, isn't it? I think looking at that, it looks to me like the sun is coming up. So we might get a nice sunrise by the time I finish this whole barge business. So yeah, the barge is moving. Yeah, so the sun is coming up. So we're going to see that as well. That's going to be cool as well. So I'm heading for that barge directly in front of me, which is flying away from me at the moment. Although that one there is closest. Let's go for that one. I do like the red navigation lights as well. Yeah, the sun is rising, so that's going to be quite cool to see. I haven't really seen the sunrise. The Clouds need an update to fix the graininess. Yeah, so you can see that that's something that's going. Sunrises on the barge are pretty. So we can land on a barge. So is that barge? That barge is actually moving there, isn't it? I've got to be a bit careful there. There is big struts, everyone. Good morning, says Insta Shinobi. Hope you have a good adventure today. I'm sure we will. Now, is that? It's 15 minutes till daylight. Okay, so we're kind of at twilight, aren't we? Now, there's the barge down there on the right-hand side. As you guys probably can't see that chat's in the way. Let me get it orientated so you can see it. Okay, so there's the barge. Is that one? Is that actually moving? Okay, so I'm just going to throttle to a stop. Let's just check this one is actually moving. Okay, so throttle to a stop. Yes, it is. Okay, so this I've got to land on a moving ship. Okay, well this could be quite interesting. Okay, so what's the barge actually carrying? Is it sort of? It's got a whole bunch of cargo on board, hasn't it? Something slightly odd's happening to the lighting there. Crusader barge. Just be prepared for it to feel like it speeds up. So ideally, I want to match it. So where do I actually land? Do I land on the roof there or on this forward section? I land on the back. Okay, let's throttle down again. Oh, with the empty cargo area. Okay. Okay, I'll just throttle to a stop. There. Oh, there. Oh, well, I mean, I've got to sneak in behind in the midst of that cargo. Okay, well, that's going to be slightly tricky. Okay, so what I really kind of want to do is match speed if I can. All right. Whoa! It changed speed there. Ah, has it? There's the desync. Okay, that's what the desync was it? It's sort of, it's kind of synchronized me. Let's try and get alongside then. Okay. Okay, please don't. I think we're almost good to land. Okay, it's just a tiny bit forward, and then down. Here we go. Okay, on. There you go. We're down. We're down. I wasn't brave enough to do that from the internal view. Right, engines off. Yes. Okay, so that you can see there's a slight physics issue there, which I think must be a horrible thing to try and code, is that you've got a moving object and a moving object and you've got to kind of put them in the same frame of reference. That must be, I don't even want to think about the physics there, or the maths I suppose really. So I'm now inside the physics grid of the barge. Okay, so that makes sense. So as I got into proximity, you saw the speed change, which I suppose is something that has to be worked on. So we're literally on a flying spaceship barge now, which is presumably doing, I don't know, doing some sort of a loop around here. Oh, there's a line. Okay, so let's just be careful as we get to the edge. Don't want to fall off. There is sort of a raised. So yeah, look, we're moving about. It's on a loop. You basically get grabbed by, which I suppose makes sense actually, because in this universe we've got anti-gravity, haven't we? So do a sit on the edge. Well, I kind of want to find one of those storage crates. Can I jump up on one of these? Are they small enough for me to? Not really. No, there's no way for me to climb up there, is there? If there's a nice viewing spot, I mean that would make sense, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's run up the front, because this is an enormous thing. I mean, it must be. Yeah, I mean these sort of physics grids must be a nightmare to program. I wouldn't even want to start thinking about the maths. Now, but wouldn't this be a cool place to have a gunfight? I mean, this is like laser tag, isn't it? Oh, look, there's even a forklift truck. Yeah. I mean, what a cool place to have a gunfight or a dodgy clandestine meeting. I mean, this would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Look at it all. It's fantastic. It is meant for cargo. Yeah, you know, that's fair enough. Oh, Dragon Stella. Is that a beer? That sounds very cool. Let's have a look over here. So there we go. So that's quite a nice hide. So hang on. I've forgotten how to do this shit. So let's do that again. There we go. I'm going to do the. Nope. It seems to. Oh. Let's try that again. There we go. No, stop getting up, silly girl. Maybe it's too uncomfortable. It doesn't actually look very comfortable to sit there, does it? Sit. And stay put. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, it's it's me, isn't it? I'm pressing the wrong button. Right, sit. That's it. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Right now. There we go. It's kind of. It's not quite working. She's sort of floating in the air, but there we go. So, sitting on the corrugated iron. I don't think that's actually all that comfortable by the look of it. But there we go. Still pretty amazing, isn't it? Waiting for the sunrise to come up. Right. Okay. Let's just go a bit further. I'm amazed at the amount of details. That there's stuff down there as well, like conduits and pipes and all sorts of things, which is very cool. I'm assuming there's no way into this. Oh, hang on, no, there's a doorway here. So that's the freight, the exposed external freight area, and that says. What's the noise that's going on? It says. Okay, so that's 200 meters away, and that says garage, maybe. So maybe there'd be a place to put stuff. So you can see that there's potential to open these up as well. They're not, obviously, I'm guessing they're not available at the moment. You can get inside. Oh, the ship's doing flybys, are there? Oh no. And they found me. Okay, I'll wave to you guys. Hang on a minute. Where are you? Where are you? So specifically, this entire barge is made of future content. Okay, so that's quite good. I can hear some ships. I can hear something. Where are you? I heard you fly past. Oh, there you go. Yay, well done, guy. Who's that? Anyway, hello. That's quite cool. Right, I've got to be careful. I don't want to jump off the edges here, because in case I can't get back. Oh, the sunrise is happening. Oh, look at that. Because we've been spending so much time just walking around on the top of a barge. Yeah, the sunrise is coming. It's amazing, isn't it? Ah, and it's sort of moving around on this thing. Anyway, there we go. Awesome stuff. That's a nice one. That's a very cool ship. Person in the pick up Drew for a flight. Yeah, I don't mind. Well, actually, I've got my own ship here. I can't leave my ship behind. What will happen to my ship if I leave it behind? Let me get back to my own ship. This place looks so big on the ground, and yet look tiny from in the air, of course, which is again really cool, because that's kind of top shots in the 85. I don't mind getting back in my ship. Starbolt's in the Hornet. Okay, awesome. Well, tell you what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to one of the moons. So let's get up into space, and we'll rendezvous on one of the moons if we can. Let's try that. Somebody's shining a light on me there as well. Oh, there's a ship. Oh. Something just went badly wrong. Whose ship is this? Oh, that's a dinky little ship. Oh, you got round for your bounty. Oh. Oh, look, the sun is literally just coming up. Isn't that amazing? It looked like two people. I didn't say what happened. All I saw was an explosion. Right. Let's just enjoy the sunrise since we're here. Let's close that. I suppose I can. What I can do is I can open this side door, and then there's the sun coming up. That's very cool, isn't it? Ah dear. Right. Let's get up. Let's close that. Up into the ship. Oh, it's the sunrise. Look. It's all glowing and stuff. I like sunrises. Sunrises are just a nice thing. Oh, you can try turning up your cloud settings just to see what it looks like. Okay, so let's try that. Let's just get my ship up. And then we just roll up away from the barge. Okay. So let's turn towards the daylight. Now I don't know actually. So that's going to be stable there. Looks like it is. Okay. Let's put it on the external view. So the sun is heading in this direction, which is quite nice. Let's put the undercarriage up. I think the ship is stable. Let's just have a look at the graphics settings because I can't remember what I'd set it to. Graphics are quality is high. Planet volumetric clouds are currently on medium, so let's whack them up to, I don't know, very high, just because. See what that does. Return to the game. So that sort of makes them a bit more. Well, that hasn't really done much to the frame rate actually. If anything, it's as good. My frame. Well, my frames. I mean, I can see. Well. Yeah, it's still grainy, isn't it? Oh, Sean Wolf, that small ship is my Anvil C8X. Well, thank you for bringing that along, Sean Wolf. Appreciate that. I get best frames on the highest. Well, let's just play around here because I'll switch it to high then. Let's go all with high and see what that does. So those clouds look very. They don't look great like that, do they? They look really kind of shimmery. Almost as nice as very high, but less impact on FPS. So I don't like that at all. That doesn't look right. Let's just go very high for the clouds for a moment. Turn off film grain down at the bottom. Where's that? Film grain is... No, I got that switched off. I was told about that one to switch that one off. So that does look better, but it's still not kind of Microsoft Flight Simulator better, is it? It's okay. What does it look like on medium? Let's just try that out of interest, because that's where we were, I think, isn't it? So medium, no, it doesn't look so good. Clouds are still early dev. Okay. Okay, so Orison was the V1 of the volumetric. Let's leave it on. Let's leave it on because I mean, actually, the performance there didn't seem to be outrageously bad. I mean, I'm still getting. I mean, it's FPS is fine. Look at that. So, you know, it's smooth. Yeah, that's fine. Not seeing any FPS problems there at all. So presumably, what we can do is fly into this in the sunset. I can see a red dot on my scanner. Is that something I should be aware of? Anyway, let's fly into the sunrise because that sounds like a fun thing to do. Kai is okay. Oh, it's somebody with a bounty. Okay, you can see the sun just coming up as well. That just looks amazing. It tanks FPS. But it's not. Well, it's not really tanking the FPS on mine. I don't know what the FPS is here, but it doesn't feel unresponsive at all. So if I fly up a bit, I'll speed up the sunrise. Well, I've just seen there's another ship over there in the distance. So let's just head over there. For the moon, I recommend going to Daymar and finding the crashed javelin. Okay, we'll bear that one in mind. There's another barge. Is that another barge over there? There's so much stuff here, isn't there? Flying into the sunrise. That over there's another residential platform. Oh, is it? Okay. I don't know how you keep this stuff in your... I mean, look at it. I can see more stuff appearing in the distance. It's such a big environment. It's just insanely huge. Drew Egg, you can try flying down to a planet manual density. I'd like to see the entry effect. I haven't seen that yet. Okay, that's another platform, isn't it? It's not a barge. Okay, so we're literally flying into the sunrise at the moment. Daymar has the new derelicts. Okay, I'd like to see those. Okay, we'll try that in a minute. There's clouds in the way in the Cloud City. Who'd have thought it? Yeah, it is in the way. I mean, it's a... Yeah, it's a sort of very fond homage to a Star Warsy kind of thing, but it does look insanely good. So that's another residential area. Wow. It does look very pretty. I don't think it's two barges. No, it looks. It's got too many buildings on it. And there's loads of. That is a barge, is it? It looks enormous. Or is it a different type of barge? Oh, you can tell by the engines on the bottom. Okay. So what's all that stuff down there? I mean, is that just more buildings? More? Oh, it looks like a pair of barges side by side. Okay. It does need a marker or something on the HUD. Yeah, I think that's probably something that I would think was a good idea. It almost looks like a circular... Oh no, it is a platform. Okay, so all platforms have engines to vent and falling into the gas core. Ah. Okay, which makes sense. Sort of levitating on thrust, effectively. I can see a barge down there at the bottom. Now this is definitely a big circular platform. And I think this is amazing that you can fly across here and just do some things. Okay. Okay, so that's like a circular platform of some description. May just have to try and land here just because. And is that a railway? Is that long line that I'm flying over now? Is that a railway? Does it actually have things moving on it? I can't see any from this height. Okay, look, it is a habitation area, isn't it? So does it have places to land? It looks like there's landing platforms over there on the right hand side. There's a garden area. It looks like a landing platform over there. Yeah, it does. It's got those roof gardens as before. Look at that. Loads of landing platforms all over the shop. You can land anywhere, pretty much. So let's try that one over there. Just because. Let's go in. Yeah, you see that, being able to just go anywhere you like and land. See that thing over there in the distance? You can you can just go there. I mean, it's just insanely good. So, oh yeah, you can definitely see the frames are lagging a bit now. Okay, but you know, still impressive. Yeah, it's definitely having to think a bit harder now. Oh, I think I've I haven't parked far enough forward. Oh, that's my dog barking. Just ignore that. I think maybe I won't get out here. Oh, and somebody else has parked their ship right next to me. Hello. Oh look, there's all sorts of other ships coming around. This is awesome. So yeah, I've not landed very well there. That's cool. Don't fall off. Gravity will have words with no. I don't want to do that. Otherwise, we'll reset everything. Don't step forward. No, that would be a bad thing. Okay. Right. Let's fly up and watch the sunrise from kind of as we fly up into space. Let's do that because that's gonna definitely be cool. Right. Okay. So if you've got a spaceship, follow me. And where's the sunrise going to be? It's kind of this way. Can't actually see the sun yet, but it's definitely in that direction. So let's just tilt the bow of the ship up and then give it full. Oh, the VTOL mode. Right, there we go. Let's just watch this sunrise because why not? Sunrise on the planet with no surface is neat. Yeah, it's look at that. It's kind of got that almost those God ray effects that you have, you know, in real sunrises. I love the fact there's clouds below us and clouds above us and stuff. That's the sun there. Look, just coming through in front of the ship. It just looks amazing. Got myself a little Armada, have I? Let me just spin the ship around. I can't see behind me. Stay around. Oops, now I'm tilting down. Ah! Let's adjust that because I can't fly it in that mode. Let's try that. Up, 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 up. There we go. Let's just get that under control. There we go. Up. We want to go up. There we go. Look at that. It just looks glorious, doesn't it? Yeah, no, I've heard that it takes a lot of fuel to get out. I've got quite a bit of fuel, but we will refuel on one of the next things. Look at that. That's insane. Let's just let's point the nose up then. Let's take a 45-degree angle up. And there's the sun. Look at that glinting off the hull and everything. It does look pretty. It does look so insanely pretty. That's nice. I may have to refuel at port because of course it's such a big planet to get out of, being a gas giant. Of course you have to consider the amount of fuel it takes you just to get out of the atmosphere. How about flying into a cloud? Well, I could try that actually. Are those clouds ahead of us? Let's come back down again. Let's fly through the clouds kind of ahead of us then. See how well that will work. Oh, you can press C for cruise. Okay. Apart from this, it seems to pitch down a lot. Actually, this ship when it's flying. I haven't quite understood that. Oh, Dr. Mann has sent me some monies. Thank you very much, Dr. Mann. It's a bug with the Cutlass. I wasn't sure if it was just the flight model of the Cutlass being a bit unstable in the atmosphere or not. Oh, I might have some drift in the joystick. Yeah. So I mean, this is a T16000M, which has basically been a bit used and abused over the years. So I don't know how long it's going to take us to reach this cloud. Buy the Phoenix at some point. Well, where is the Phoenix? Okay, so where is the Phoenix for sale? Oh, look, I can see another ship over there. There we go. Look at that. That's very cool. Look at us flying into the sunrise. It's just insane, isn't it? It's the Cutty. It just drifts like that. Lorville has the Phoenix, so maybe we could go and buy the Phoenix, because that would be a really cool ship to do my exploration with. I could have passengers aboard, couldn't I? For just because. I would like that actually. So maybe we should do that. New deal at Lorville. Okay. So maybe we could take a trip out there. Look, we are actually 98,000 meters above the ground. Well, above whatever the ground counts for. Yeah. So other people then sit in the back. Yeah. So that would be fun. Let's go do that. It's kind of prepping for the exploration trip. Does anyone have 35 million? No, I don't have 35 million, I'm afraid. Wagar systems also. Yeah, so I'd like to do that. Like I said, my hydrogen fuel is now 50% gone. And we're still on the way out of the atmosphere. Okay, now leaving the armistice zone. So let's just have a look behind us again. So we're literally leaving. Yeah, look at that. Leaving Orison behind. Go up now. Okay. Let's go. Let's do a vertical thrust. There we go. Let's see if we can get out of the atmosphere, because it's still blue above us. Okay, so maybe we'll have to do the clouds another time. Look at that. I mean, it just looks spectacular. And there's the sun coming up out of the clouds. It's just so pretty. 150,000 meters is what we've got to get to. That does look amazing, doesn't it? Okay, so that's the quantum travel threshold. Oh, begin to get the curvature of the planet though. That's quite nice. It's such a glorious thing to watch. Hopefully the air is getting a bit thinner now. There's the sun just coming up above the clouds. Now we're actually beginning to pick up some speed. Swing by Port Olisar in orbit for a refuel. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. We'll do that. Look, there's the sun now creeping above the clouds. Oh, it's so pretty. I love the hues of dawn, you know, with all the pinks and the pastel-y blues and stuff. That just looks insane. Yeah, well, the atmosphere's thinning around us as now, which is nice. Wowzers. There's another 70 or 80 kilometres of atmosphere. And you can see we're now picking up speed. The frame rate's okay though. The frame rate is good. There's a keybind to lock pitch and yaw. That might help with the cutting pitching downwards all the time. It's unbound by default. Okay, I might check that. We're now getting through a sort of hazy layer. Oh, the atmospherics in this game are so pretty. There we go. Look, and now it's clear blue sky above us. We're just clearing the cloud layers. Right, where are we altitude-wise? We're 126. So a little bit to go. So if I activate the quantum drive, we're still not in range yet. Right shift will lock and unlock pitch. Okay, let's try that then. Right shift. Just right shift on its own? No, that's not working for me. Lock pitch doesn't help with the cutty. It will still pitch, but you'll be locked out of correcting it. Okay, that sounds even worse. No, I've turned off. Oh, actually, I've turned off the mouse input for in-flight. Oh, look at that. We're now way above the horizon. That's very cool. Okay, so let's pull back on. I'm still not getting full directional control of the ship. And now I've got roll, but I don't seem to have vertical control. Hit hit right shift again. There we go. Alright, it's back. Okay, so that did help, but it kind of didn't, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're burning through our hydrogen. There's a lot of... So is this a problem for bigger ships getting out of the gravity well of this planet? Because even in this ship, it's costing me a small fortune just to get out of the atmosphere. I can't even see Hurston now. Look at that, it looks amazing from up here. Yes, it is. Okay, it costs like 60k just to get out of... That's quite a thing, isn't it? The running costs of a bigger ship just to... So, you can't leave Crusader in 890 or a Reclaimer, because it just runs out of fuel, does it? On the way out. That's a bit mad, isn't it? Okay, so we're now able to trigger... Okay, so Port Olisar is directly in front of me, so let's go there. I think that's the refueling destination somebody recommended. Okay, let's go. Oh, look at that. We're now... Oh, don't fire the guns. So is this low orbit? Yeah. Okay, so this is now we're above the clouds, aren't we? Oh, there. What happened there? Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Cruise control. Joys of flying in third person. What did I do? I've vaporized the outside of my ship. In some fashion. Oh, you rammed the station before it spawned. Right. Okay. Interesting. Typical Drake type. Don't even look where they're going. That was my bad piloting. Okay, so the space station's over there. 40... How did I get 40 kilometers away from it? Too fast and rammed it. Okay. Right, okay, well, let's go in a little bit more circumspectly then. That was weird. Port Olisar, because I would say you normally get a little bit more kind of lead time there. Your ship looks fine internally. Tried to warn you about cruise control. Thanks for the tip. Right, contact ATC to land. Okay, let's do that. Oh, the cruise control's on. That's right. Right, switch the cruise control off. Is good advice. Okay, this is quite a cool place with spinning gravitational rings and stuff. Did that work? Doesn't look like it worked. Let's try that again. There we go. It's a cool space station though. I like that. Okay. Oh, there's the pad there. Wow, okay. I wasn't quite sure what I was looking for then. That's quite cool. And you can see the different sized landing pads for different sized ships. Very nice. Yeah. Be careful about flying through the rings. Visual desync from the physical can smack you with something invisible. Okay, I won't do that. Okay, we're just literally using this as a fueling stop, so I'm going to go and buy the other ship. There we go. Right. Okay. Oh, my picture's over there now. There we go, we're down. I think. Right, let's do some repairs. Where's my gear down? I thought I put it down. Oh, my gear's not. I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, hope that won't bust the ship. Dunk. Not very good landing there. Oh, I did it twice. Okay, right. So can we contact the because we kind of need some repairs now, don't we? Vehicle maintenance, repair. Oh, it's not too badly damaged. Looks worse than looks worse than it was. Drew, when you get inside that holographic storage on the bed with the gear down, press and hold N to alter. Okay, so we can alter land. See, I quite like landing myself, I must admit, but I'll try and bear that in mind. So many keys to remember. Right, so engine's back on. Okay, we are refueling. That's good. And I've got to go where to get the Lawville. Right, that's Hurston, isn't it? Okay, it's just a scrape. Did it actually? Have I got cosmetic damage? Oh no, it looks like it's been cleaned up. Oh, who's that parked over there? That's a nice looking ship as well. It does look. I mean that. To be honest, look at that. I mean that looks. That's the 890J. That's a beautiful looking thing. Someone is flexing for me. Yeah, I mean, look at that view. I mean that. Just literally that view. I mean that would not be out of place in a movie from not that long ago, would it? I mean, that just looks insanely good. I particularly like the really slow rotation because that's realistic. That just looks insanely good. The two space station things spinning. I think the fact they're also spinning in opposite directions is important. Yeah, true firing his guns. Look at the gas giant in the background. I mean, that's just pure sci-fi. That looks insanely good. I like the fact that the arms are counter-rotating. Those ones down there aren't even moving, are they? So, kind of gives you the impression it's under maintenance or something. Because things like that are actually important for physics, which just shows somebody's thought about it, which is really good. That is a beautiful looking thing, isn't it? It is. It's sci-fi porn. It basically kind of is, isn't it? It's actually two are rotating one way and one rotating. Yeah, so you can see that, can't you? Which counterbalances the way that the ship moves. The station moves to keep it stationary, which is, look at that. That's just. I need to take off, or my ship's going to be impounded. Yes, okay, let's do that. I don't think I don't need landing clearance to take off, do I? Let's get back up into the air. There we go. Look at that beautiful ship over there. It's just dwarfing my ship. Look at the size. Look at the size of that thing. That looks amazing. So I'm going to very, very carefully spin around on the spot so we can keep watching it because it does look amazing. Look at that. And if I use my mouse and the yaw simultaneously, I can kind of keep my ship. So the filming possibilities of this, if you're good at it, are brilliant as well. That just looks so good. And then we can just gently throttle away. It just looks. Oh, there's ships coming and going. It just looks like a proper space movie. It just looks so good. Okay, let's just creep away now. There we go. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful game. It just looks majestic. Oh, you can land on that ship, can I? Oh, well, on the top of it. You can land on that ship. Well, is my ship small enough to actually land on it? If they don't mind. You can land on the nose of it, can I? It doesn't look big enough for that. No, it's too big. Right, okay. The cutlass won't fit inside the hangar. I don't want to push my luck, especially with somebody else's ship, to be honest. So let's go and get the. Let's not get distracted. Let's go, because you know what I'm like. You can absolutely fit on it. Wow. Okay. That does look good, doesn't it? With the gas giant in the background, right? Here we go then. Look at that. That looks like Babylon 5. That does. So pretty. Right now, what I was going to do is I was going to get the Constellation, and then we'll see if we've got time to get to Daymar. So let's get to Lawville, which is Hurston, isn't it? I still don't understand this. I just still don't understand this HUD. Is that working? It should be able to. Tells me the route I'm taking. It says Hurston. Okay. Oh yeah, it's pointing over there. Okay. Engage. Quantum travel. Can I engage that when I'm outside? Because that would be quite cool. Stop firing the gun. I need to stop firing the gun. Right, let's just go. There we go. Quantum travel. Oh, look at that gun. Yeah, that's pretty stuff as well. The other thing that somebody said that we can sync quantum travel with other ships at some point. Oh, I've got the muffled sound bug. Is that what's happening there? It does sound quite quiet, yeah. Somebody said you can link up quantum travel somehow. And do you see the other ships in the quantum, whatever this is, the quantum tunnel? If you're in a party, you can do it. Okay, so that sounds quite a cool thing to try at some point. I'll have to try that in a future stream just to see what that looks like. Okay, so that's going to take a little while to get there. So I'm going to do my normal. I'm going to hang out the back of my ship because I can. Seeing the other ships in warp would be cool as well, because I just like this because you can. So let me do my thing. I'm gonna sit on the edge again and contemplate the bleakness of absurdity. There we go. Nope. Try again. There we go. It's just insanely good. I do like that. Happy for you to land on the 890 if you want, says Deus Maximus. Okay, I mean you can do it with the Phoenix as you're heading to Daymar. Okay, yeah, let me get the Phoenix. I do want to, the 890 looks amazing, so I think that's another one to add to my list of things to try because there's so many good things. If you line it up right as well, you can see a faster ship overtake you in quantum travel. Okay, so I don't think I've got the fastest faster ship. The 890 is such a big ship, you might want to dedicate a full session to it. Okay, that makes sense, Valdon says, because it looks enormous. So yeah, that would be fun. So we'll see if we can get one. I have to say I like sitting just here. I suppose I should be sitting in the little jump seat. It's just she looks so melancholy, doesn't she? Just sitting on the edge of the dock, staring out into the void. I think that's really nice. It's kind of poetic almost. Oh, there's the sun going past because we've now passed the halfway point, I guess. Now you can see the sun shadows creeping up the wall and then past your head as the sun comes into view. That's really nice. Sitting on the dock of the bay. That's amazing. Oh, it sounds like my space tea might have arrived, which is a good time because we're contemplating that.
Oh, I was going to say, you're sitting on the edge of your spaceship.
I'm sitting on the edge of my spaceship. There we go, the space tea has arrived.
Contemplate over.
Space tea. Can't beat space tea. That is nice, isn't it? And it's got sort of high dynamic range, lighting going on as well, exposure management, all that kind of good stuff. It's very cool. It's just like it. Life is good. Here's me on my spaceship, just chilling in the void. It's fab. Right, time to get up. Let's get back to business. We must be getting close to our destination by now, so let's close up the door. Oh, there's even look at that. I know the shadows are, it's just maths, but it looked good there. Look, the little shadow silhouette of me walking away from the door with the door closing. It's all little bits like that work, which is just nice. It's just really, really impressive. That little hip swing as I walk. I know they've even modelled that. That's really quite good. Right, here we come into Hurston. Excellent. Perfect timing. I just got space coffee. Yeah, space coffee and space tea, very important. Oh, that's hot. Hot space tea. Right, so Hurston. This is the planet where actually bits of it were quite nice, weren't they? And most of it's horrible. It's all covered in junk, which was quite cool. Right, so I now need to find Lawville. Oh, there's a spaceship over there. Are these guys? Are these the guys you've all flown with me on my little excursion? That's quite cool. So now I need to find the slightly different shaped icon on the ground, don't I? Is there a better way to do this other than just eyeballing it? There's Lawville there. Align to target. Here we go. Because sometimes I spot it quite quickly, like just then. Sometimes I'm like, where the hell is it? It's not always obvious to find. We jumped in close to each other. Okay. Oh, you always use the system map. Okay, makes sense. And you can select Lawville on the star map. And I know the star map's being changed, isn't it, to make it a little bit more, because that is a bit fiddly and finicky. Oh, of course, this place. Yeah, where we were mucking around with the alien ship last week. That was cool. Okay, so here we are. Let's get down to the surface. Where? I don't know where I'm going here. Where is the dock? I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for. Is it over near this main area? It's right in front of the giant building. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yes, because you can see the floating landing signs. That's right. Yeah, I do remember this. Because this is the place where it's really not all that pleasant to live, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of just follow the other ships. Okay. And I'll get the ATC warning. Of Lawville landing services has already popped up. Interesting enough. Okay, and then switched off. Right, presumably there we are on the range. Right, I'm just going to throttle back while we do this. So, I have to say, the performance, this is now with the high settings on, isn't it? The performance seems perfectly reasonable to me. I'm quite impressed again. I mean, look how complicated that looks down there. There's our landing pad. And Lawville doesn't have any clouds, but even so, right, I can see the marker, but where is it actually getting me to mark? Where is it actually getting me to land? I can see the other ships going down. You guys are obviously much more efficient than me. I can't see where I'm supposed to go. Is that just an external outside pad? Or is there something else there? I can't quite see what I'm landing. Oh, or was it underneath? Looks like I've got to. Oh, okay. It's a hangar that I've got to kind of spin around at. Okay. Government property, no trespassing. Sorry. Where's my pad? I'm confused now. I've lost it. It was sort of here. That's behind and under me. Okay. Right, let's just back up a bit. Which one's mine? Oh, there. Oh God. This is the one. This is the worst landing ever. I mean, that was quite hard to spot. That wasn't quite what I expected. Okay, there we go. Oh, that looks really tight. Why is it giving me such a small place to land? Oh, I'm not doing this manually. Okay, that looks about right. we go. Right, down we go. Have I got the undercarriage down? Yes. So I have to do this on the X. Look at that, that's so tight. That's insanely tight. It's big relatively. I know, I mean, it's quite a big ship, obviously, but, you know, in relative terms, it's quite a big ship, but, okay, good. Let's pull the nose up. There we go, we're down. Okay, there we go. Right, so we can tuck the ship away. Let's go and buy ourselves a Constellation Phoenix, and then let's go to this day bar place, because let's see if I can get that accomplished in the stream. Send the bishop to the actress, yes. Dear. Right, open that. Yeah, because now, of course, when you're on foot, look at the, I mean, it just looks like an enormous, massive, empty hangar space, doesn't it? There probably aren't many buildings on Earth that big, are there? But it looked tiny from the perspective of the ship coming down. Land a Carrack at the station. I've been on the Carrack, but I don't think flying one. I think the Constellation is about as big as I'd want to get for the time being. Right, so let's call the elevator. It is a lovely big, and buy a cyclone as well. Okay, did I call that elevator? I did. I am one of these people in the hotel lobby who's always jabbing the button just in case. The taser spaceport. Okay, so and the Dragonfly vehicles are really underpriced. So can I get one of those as well? And how do I go pick them up? Okay, so hang on. This is Lawville. Now, where is that ship place? It's over there, isn't it? I do remember this. Right and right again. Yeah, that's right. Okay, two rights. Two rights don't make a wrong. Is that right? That's right, that's right. I've been here before. Yes, I do remember this place. Okay, presumably is there a Constellation actually on display here, or do I just have to go to one of the consoles? Where are the consoles actually? Somebody's jumping up and down over there, which presumably is saying, "Come this way." Okay. Oh, I do remember. I visited the Phoenix. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm going to buy that one then. I'll have that spaceship on the left, please. This is it, isn't it? Of course. So, okay, perfect. So this is literally the spaceship. That's you, says Dr. Quest. Hello, Dr. Quest MD. Good to see you. Right, so I can buy it. Let's just buy a spaceship. If it will. Why is it going blue and then stopping going blue? Do I need to be a bit closer to it? Buy now, fly today. That's what I want to do. Just click one that's blue. Oh, there we go. Okay, gotcha. Right, so I'm about to spend 5.6 million credits of somebody else's money, actually, because people have been very generous to me, giving me money. But let's buy a ship. Oh, I've not bought a ship before. This is very exclusive. There we are. Purchase complete. We have bought an RSI Phoenix Constellation. Will be delivered to on person. Okay, so we've bought a ship. Wowzers. Okay, so presumably now I go back to the kiosk to summon it. Hang on, go back to the... Dr. Man is outside. Buy a car while you're here. Can I buy a... Where do I buy a car from? Behind you. Where do I buy a car from? Everybody's running around like they know what they're doing, which of course I don't. Now indoors in front of the spot. Now indoors, terminal in front of the prospect. Okay, so go this way, right? People jumping up, down, going over here, over here. Right, okay, into the terminal. Right, quick, let's go over to the terminal. Okay, so where's the terminal? Is it inside here? Oh, follow this guy. Assume he knows where he's going. Oh, there's the terminal. Gotcha. Right, okay. Okay, so here, buy a terminal. Okay, so what do we want to buy? I want a Cycler. Who's that made by? Huge store, but only one terminal. Yeah. Great. Ursa and a Cyclone. Tumbril Land Systems. There we go. Tumbril Cyclone. Okay, one of them. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's super cheap, isn't it? Okay. Let's purchase that. Buy the racing red. Oh, there's more than one. Oh, there's a racing version. Excellent. Well, we ought to have the racing version. There are several Cyclones. Oh yeah, there are, aren't they? Okay, there's a Nova one. Oh, that's something else. The TR. I like the red one actually. Yeah, let's buy the red one because it's red. Okay, so I'll confirm that. Okay. And the Dragonfly. Is that the speeder bike thing? Oh, the Nova's a Tonk that we saw. Oh, that was good. Yeah. No, there it is. There. Dragonfly. Okay, so that's a Dragonfly, and get an Ursa as well. Right. I was spending money. It says buy stuff. Okay, and get an Ursa. That's from RSI. Okay. Okay, RSI is there. An Ursa Land Rover. Oh, that's quite cool. I haven't seen one of those before. Or is that one of the things I was shown the other week? Looks a bit different. You'll need to buy an A-grade quantum travel drive for the Phoenix. Okay. It's always faster if it's red. Yes, this is very true. Right, okay, I've bought that. There's my ship, which we've obviously bought. Okay, so where do we go to upgrade the quantum travel? I do remember doing this, but that's another shop, isn't it? So presumably I can't buy the quantum accessory here. Drew is the best new client of the week. Yes, they should be happy with me. So, is it the trade district? Do I have to go? Because I'm a bit short on time now, aren't I? We've got like 40 minutes and I want to go to this Daymar place. Can't do it here. Okay, well, let's get to the ship and see how... Okay, there's no ship component. Okay, let's get to the ship. We'll run it... Tell you what, let's run it in standard or stock. Yeah, standard as we'd say in the UK, stock at stock in American. Let's try it in its stock configuration and see how good it is. So presumably, actually, I need to go over here, don't I, to put my Drake away and retrieve my new ship. How do I get the... Okay, so... Oh, the Cougar... Where's that one come from? Oh, that one's been stored already. So what's a P-72 Archimedes? RSI Constellation 2, that's presumably my current ship. Oh, that's my parasite craft. Oh, I see, right, okay. Look at it this way, you spend the money we send you so we can provide you with fodder and equipment to explore and waffle. Yeah, that's good. Okay, oh, that's the snub fighter for the Phoenix. Right, okay. Okay, so we've got to go back to Hangar 7 then. Let's do that. Right, everybody aboard the everyone aboard the Phoenix. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. I haven't seen this thing in the hangar yet, I don't think, so it's going to be interesting to see. This is quite a bit bigger. Okay, so that's the snub fighter that came with the Phoenix. Oh, I see. Yes, I do remember playing around with that. That was very cool as well. Oh, open the doors. Let's go to Hangar 7. Ooh. Right, you'll have to land at the city gates to load up the ground vehicles. Right, okay, so let's try that as well. Makes me so much better for crashing last week. Oh, that was funny. The stock drive of the Phoenix is horrifyingly slow. Look, there's my new ship. Doesn't that look amazing? It looks just insanely good. Right, let's get aboard. Which is here, isn't it? There we go. Call the elevator. And it works, I think. Oh, yep, there it comes. Okay, all aboard the elevator then. Whoever's coming aboard. All aboard who's going aboard. Right. There's loads of people here. This is cool. Here we go. Yee. Right, we're all aboard. Okay, the ship is powered down at the moment. Okay, so let's sort that out first. This is so cool. Enter the pilot's seat of my new spaceship. Let's get this ship. No, what I want to do is I want to pick up the ground vehicles. So let's fire up the ship. Right, there we go. The ship is powering up. I'm guessing we need ground clearance the same way, but we can do it from the menu here. There we go. So let's ask for Norville Landing Services to let us go. Shields are critical. The shields are on. Shields are down. I think I might have just switched the shields off. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, shields will take a lot longer to charge. Right, okay, so let's bear that in mind. Okay, so let's gently get ourselves up and away. Here we go. Oh, look at my amazing ship. Here, activate the VTOL. Right. Okay, there we go. This is, oh, we're looking at it from the back, of course, aren't we? Okay, so here we go. Dun 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 da da da. Up we come. Undercarriage away. Shots a cool looking spaceship, this one. Right, so where am I going to pick up the HGMS Edmund is close by to Lawville, so you can get land vehicles. Okay, so that's a different location. Okay, let's try that first. Right. Okay, let's get ourselves a little bit of altitude. Okay, so shields are coming up. Still takes forever to fully charge the Constellation. Okay, we'll bear that in mind. Okay, so right, I need to go to land at an outpost with a ground vehicle terminal because it's a nightmare to do it near Lawville. Okay, so does that mean basically fly up into space for a bit? Where do you suggest I go to pick up these things? Load the. Okay, load the. You can do it on Daymar. Okay, well let's just do that then. Perfect. Okay. Oh, look at my ship. It's just insanely looking pretty thing. Looks like a proper spaceship. Look slightly left. You'll see a space. Oh yeah, there's a space station there. Look at that, just in the distance. Very nice. Okay, so let's go to Daymar. All right. So hang on. Where is Daymar? Daymar is back to Crusader. Okay. That's looking insanely good. Okay, so when we get the ship into space, then we can have. It doesn't have a Nova 2. It doesn't fit in the colony. Okay, so let's go to the mining centre on Daymar. When does the drink service commence? Well, we're working on that. Okay, we're in space, so that's good. Waiting spool. That's good. Let's go back to Crusader. It's one of the moons of Crusader, isn't it? So let's just zoom in there. There we go, Daymar. So I want to go there, set the route. It's going to go to Crusader first, fair enough. There we go, Crusader. Calibrating. Engage. We're off, right? Okay, up and out of the seat. Now let's go on the tour. Because I mean, I know this ship reasonably well, but let's just have a wander. This is my ship now. This is very cool. So you guys have obviously gone. None of you came with me into the into the cockpit. You all went straight back to the drink section of the ship, which I don't blame you. Okay, so this is sort of the kind of thing, and the table apparently doesn't work at the moment. Okay, I've just been invited there, so let's accept that. I've joined the party. So those are the bunks for the crew, I'm guessing, because I'm not bunking down there. Oh, look at this, so nice. Okay, so Sean is here. He's just chilled out in the seat over there. The rest of the guys are here, just chilling out as we do. Right, there's a conference table. Someone's at the bar. It's so good. It's fabulous. It's just so good that I can bring people along in my ship and they can chill out on board. I just think it's just brilliant. So, yep, just chill out there, have a look around, enjoy the thing. I'm just gonna. Now, does my jacuzzi not work yet? Is that something that they will fix? Ship interiors are boring. They just aren't, though, are they? They just aren't. Because there's a sense of going somewhere. I love that. I love, I actually like travelling. In real world, the whole process of getting on and off an airplane and going through customs and all that sort of stuff. I know some of it's really tedious, but when you get past the boring stuff and you're going to be on the airplane soon and everything's kind of happening, particularly if you get to fly in non-standard class, you get to try business class or first class or anything like that. It's just such a fun experience going somewhere new and exotic. I just like it. When you get time, Drew, head to Port Tresla above Microtech and buy the XL1 Quantum Travel. It's 3 times faster than the drive you have now. So yeah, so upgrading the ship is something that it's just chilling out there. Upgrading the ship is just something I do want to do as well. So I need some fish for my fish tank as well. I think that's an important thing that they need to add. Then we can do the full Captain Picard, can't we? This presumably is my bedroom. It's my master bedroom. I think I'm just going to chill here for a moment because you can. Just going to lie down on the bed. Wake me up when we get there, guys. Oh, I'm thirsty in the game. Oh yeah, I am. Okay, so I need to buy myself a beer or something. Can I actually buy anything from this bar? Is there anything here that I'm actually allowed to actually have? Because everyone's hanging around the bar, but I don't know, am I allowed to actually... They can't actually do anything yet. Okay, that's a shame. Because there's some quite good looking drinks on display. That would be good. Look at the mini fridge. Oh yeah, down there. Yeah, there's some... That's quite cool, isn't it? So yeah, so I mean, I'll get myself a drink at some point. But yeah, that is nice. And we got the conference table, so we can decide what we're going to do. And then, like, here we are. Look out the window as we're travelling. everyone around the conference table. That's right. What's the plan? Just be careful, says Captain. Their dehydration will eventually kill me. So what's it saying there? 83% and dropping. Does that mean that's something I should just keep in mind? Have water if you need it, says Dr. Quest MD. I'll bear that in mind if I get super thirsty. I feel like Captain Picard here now. Right, what's the plan? You start taking damage at 0. Okay, got maybe an hour or so if you don't exert yourself. Okay, so I'm only streaming for another half an hour, so we should be okay. I love overnight trains, hoping to go to Japan at some point and travel the country by train. Oh, you get heat stroke more often, so we just need to bear that in mind. It is dropping, isn't it? Okay, so we're just awaiting the away mission. So, yeah, it's so good. Having space to kind of move about and chill. This is my favourite seat in the entire ship, actually, this one here. Because I can look out the window and I can kind of see along the side of the ship. I particularly like that. That is definitely one of the best seats in the entire ship. And we can play cards as well. So yes, I was hoping to see this javelin, which I understand is a wreck or something. That sounds cool. So let's get back to the cockpit because I think we're beginning to get close now, aren't we? And we'll fly the ship down to the surface. This is a nice size, this ship, actually. It's not too big that it's kind of stupidly big, but it's not so small that you feel a bit cramped. Oh, Drew, I'll take the pilot seat when we get there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll give that a whirl. I shall hop out and jump into my passenger seat. So we're closing in. Awesome. In that case, I will get out. I shall get out of the chair and hand over. Shall I sit in the right-hand chair or sit in the left-hand chair? I know, it's amazing that you can let somebody else just get into your seat and then fly the ship. I mean, look at that. He says, I'll just take over. And you can. It's just like a real space movie. It's fabulous. I'm going to sit in the left-hand chair. I don't know why. That feels like the right place to sit. I need the pointer mode to say make it so I do, don't I? Yeah, so that's just amazing, really. It is such a good thing. I can chill in my favourite seat and watch the landing. You're quite right. Why am I sitting up here when I've got my favourite seat? Right, I've got to let. Why is it not letting me out of my seat? Oh, there we go. Something wasn't quite right there. Right, I'm going. Yeah. Why am I even thinking about sitting in the co-pilot seat when I can sit in the lounge? Because by far the better part of the ship. Yeah, I'm going to sit here. Yeah, so don't you dare sit in my favourite seat. Right, excuse me. I feel like I'm just barging past at the cinema. Oh, here comes the planet. There we go. Look at that. Oh my god, look at the size of it. Because you're not flying, I can watch the whole thing. And of course, now we're going to quantum travel again, aren't we, to Daymar, which is over there, and then we'll jump back into quantum travel again in a moment. Such a cool experience. How's the view from the hot tub? Yeah, unfortunately, I think the hot tub isn't working. I'm getting hungry now. I'm going to need some food at this rate. Favourite seat, don't be as picky as Sheldon, though. Right, I'm just waiting for the quantum travel to cut in now. I'm guessing. Dr. Quest has got some food. Okay, so Dr. Where are you, Dr. Quest? Oh, here comes the quantum travel. Oh, that was weird. So, that doesn't happen on airplanes, does it? You entire view shrinks. Oh, the drive needs to cool down before it recalibrates, of course, yes, and it will take longer, presumably, on the bigger ship. Okay, so Dr. Man is over there. I'm now relaxing like a real VIP. This is very cool because what's happened here is you guys, you've given me some money to buy a ship, and I bought the ship, and then I basically said, you fly it for me and I'll just watch. But the fact that you can do that, it's just mind-blowingly good. There's a little bit, look, somebody needs to come down and buff the window there. Look, there's a bit of someone has done what I hate and has put their sticky fingers on the windscreen. Somebody needs. I feel the urge to get a little rag. Hang on, I've got one. Look, where is it? Here we go. I've got the right cloth. Okay, just need to polish this bit of the screen. Dear. Yeah, open bar will do that. Yeah, that's right. All the windows in Star Citizen are dirty, sadly. Yeah, so I just want to give that a little pot. I mean, it's a brand new ship. I mean, who's been putting their dirty finger marks all over it? Oh dear. So yeah, we will upgrade the ship a little bit in time. Reminder: please put helmets on before you leave the ship. I've got my helmet on, haven't I? I think I have. Okay, so we're presumably on the way down to the planet now. Oh, they're 600 kilometres below us down there. Ooh, there we go. Oh, no, we're now quantum travelling around the planet's surface, I'm guessing. So we'll see the planet arrive in a minute. There it is. Oh, the moon, of course. Ooh, that looks cool, doesn't it? Can't quantum travel to the wreck, so I'm going to have to slow boat it. Okay. Oh, it's just amazing being in the passenger seat of a ship that somebody else is flying. Daymar is a beautiful moon. It does look like it, actually. I can see Dr. Man and Co are down on the planet 600 kilometres below. Daymar has a sort of June vibe. Okay, that sounds good fun. Take your time, choose, pay the fuel bill. So will we see, is there enough of an atmosphere here to see any atmospheric effects, or is that wishful thinking? This is your captain speaking. We're on final approach now. The weather is clear and sunny. Excellent. Daymar is a fave for low flyers, players who scream along at high speed just meters above the surface, dodging obstacles. Okay, it's 98% nitrogen and the rest of it's methane. Okay, nice. Is it okay to send you a friend request? Yeah, send me a friend request. I may have missed a few actually, because I'm not always paying attention to the comms. So if you have sent me a friend request, let me... but yes, sure. Where would that be? Contacts manager, I'm guessing. No, that's contracts. Comlink. There we go. I've had a few friend requests along the way, so let's. There we go. Do that. That should help you out. I definitely need to have a drink though, don't I? Look, I'm actually passing out. We're on our way down. I can see that we're closing in on. But it's going to take us a while to get down there, isn't it? So I'm going to go and wander up to the bridge because I can. I love the fact there's some interior space. So let me just close that door because we can't leave the doors open. And that's just wrong. Whoosh. I haven't been to the back of the ship actually much. Okay, so that's literally the unit access, isn't it? And then in the back here obviously is my little captain's yacht thing, which is very cool. I can see the ship is moving. Okay, entry effects soonish. Okay, let's. Will I see those out of the side windows? Oh, look at that view! Doesn't that look amazing? Okay, so we will see those out of the side window. Okay, let's go back and watch those then because. Excuse me. Just coming in to sit down. Sorry, I'm new here. Okay. Oh, look at that. F4, of course, yes, the F4. Okay, so we're sort of chilling in the seat. Not sure if we're going fast enough for entry effects. It would be a good idea to upgrade that quantum travel next stream as the two top drives are more than double as fast. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we're getting close to an atmosphere, I guess. We're still in space at the moment. You can see the planet's definitely coming up. It's a nice looking moon, isn't it? Sort of deserty. Doesn't work in those seats. No, I couldn't get the F4 to do anything, I'm afraid. So let's see. Sean is still piloting us down very, very well. You will be glad to know that your new ship has gimbals installed by default with laser weaponry. Okay, well that's good because that was going to be my favourite motivation. Okay, so here we go. It does look very Tatooine, doesn't it? Maybe it's too thin. Right, we should. Looking at that, we should be hitting the atmosphere about now. Is it anything happening, or we? Look at those dunes down there. Doesn't that look amazing? Well, actually, they're not dunes, are they? Those are mountains at this height. That looks insanely good. I can see something down there as well. Is that the wreckage? I could go into a turret to get the external view. I could. And now we're definitely in the atmosphere now. Okay, let's get up and go and have a look in the turret. Oh, just look at the view out of the windows. And we can do it from here, can't we? Oh, that's F4 view from. That looks amazing. Just standing here on the bridge, even braced actually to keep your balance. That's quite cool. Oh, look, like I say, there's a shipwreck down there. Very nice. Wow. I'm just going to jump in the co-pilot seat. Let's have a look. And now we can go external. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so we're landing here next to the wreckage of this ship. Oh, look at the size of the wreckage. And bad bad stuff happens when the sand people show. Okay, we're going in for a nice smooth landing. Look at that. So somebody else has piloted my spaceship down to the surface of an atmospheric planet, and there's a space wreck to go and investigate. That is just. I'm still blown away by the fact you can do that. Okay, well let's go down. Where should we go? Should we go to the little elevator, or the big one? Let's just go to this one, shall we? Anybody who's going down, let's go down. Whoosh. There we go. There we go. Whoops, you guys come down to the planet's surface. Wow, here we are, look, stepping out on it. And this looks like a properly alien world. This one doesn't look like... Okay, so it's 66 degrees, so it's quite hot. Wow. Okay, so Dr. Mann is on his way over. You can tell that. There's some other people coming in. Look, so you can see them arriving. So look at this. Ship is amazingly good. So everybody else is coming down as well. Look at the crew is disembarking from the ship. That's really good. Okay, so is there likely to be anything in this wreck? Or is it just sort of a cool thing to look around? Look at the size of it. Most of it's over there. That's just a small chunk of it, isn't it? Away team to the elevator. Chauffeur-driven space adventures, exactly. Okay, so this is just a wreckage of... Is there a way to climb it? Is there a way to climb things? Wrecks can have loot and bodies. Okay. It's just a cool landmark, but there's supposed to be some salvage stuff. Okay, so I can actually walk up on the hull by getting to the right pieces. Okay, so you can jump. Oh, you can. Excellent. That's very cool. So it's just the landmarkers at the moment. There's no NPCs, there's nothing to loot here. Okay, that's cool, but it's just something to explore. So it's a massive ship that's crash landed here because of a lore reason, I'm guessing, in the past. I kind of want to go and explore over there. That looks very cool. The Aegis Gentleman is a destroyer utilised by the United Empire of Earth Navy, designed as a modular spacecraft. Okay. 480 metres long. It crashed on this planet. Nice. It is a big thing, isn't it? Comes Dr. Mann. Oh, he's doing his normal excellent landing techniques. Try that one again. Oh, look at this underside of this. It looks like, this looks so Star Warsy, doesn't it? That's sort of the wreck of a massive, great big Star Destroyer on a desert planet kind of thing, doesn't it? That looks insanely good. And bits of superstructure and all sorts of stuff here. Wow. It almost looks like an entrance ramp. I don't think it is, but no, it's just the side of the ship, isn't it? But it does look amazing. Is there a way? This is one of the oldest wrecks in games, so some of the new ones have even more detail. So is there any interior Not that I think I'd want to. That looks like it actually is an interior. Jawa heaven, yeah, it does. Oh yeah, look, there is some sort of, not quite interiors, but where it's crashed and you can see, oh, it's insanely good, isn't it? It's all spaceship wreckage stuff. The bridge is fully walkable among the wreckage. Oh, is it? Where's the bridge then? Take me to the bridge. You can get onto the bridge. Oh, I've got to see the bridge. Where's the bridge? It reminds me of the crash to Star Drive Force Awakens. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what it looks like. Where even is the bridge? Is it towards the back of the wreck? This is the ship the events focus around for the Xena threat. Okay. So where is the bridge? There's my ship, which looks now tiny by comparison. Is the bridge up there? Is that the bridge? Or is that sort of just the engine section? You guys are climbing up the side there. I'm going to climb up this side then. It is the aft of the ship. Okay. Walking all over the hull of the ship. That's very cool. So Dr. Man has actually landed his ship. The best part is that players can actually own the ship. Okay. Look at the size of it. It's just crazy. Again, imagine trying to salvage something like this just because it's there. Okay, that looks like a bit of a drop down there. So let's go down here. That looks like quite a drop as well. I don't know what the gravity's like here. It's okay. Not sure I can get through there. Let's go around the back then. Ship needs 160 people or NPCs to run. Wowzers. Oh, here comes Pikey as well. Oh, you can see the little ship at the back that's docked there. So where's the bridge? Don't think it'll pass its MOT in this day. No. Oh, I can see somebody running and jumping over there. Is that the bridge? I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't think there is a bridge. Somebody said there was. Or is that it up there? On the hillside? I've got to be a bit careful. Dr. Man was... Oh, you were landing on it. So what's this bit up here then? There's definitely a bridge. Okay, so where is the bridge? There's Dr. Man. Because that looks like sort of two engine nacelles. So where is the bridge? Keep going up the hill. Okay, that's the bridge up there, is it? Oh, or was that the engine? Or that an engine? Those pods are engines right by me now. Where's Dr. Man? Oh, he's over there. Right, 300 meters away. Right, everybody over here. Right, okay, over to where Dr. Man is. Oh, look at the insides of that. Okay, Dr. Man. Oh, that's the bridge. Oh, we walked over that just near the beginning. Okay. It's 81 degrees centigrade outside now. This is a seriously hot. His navigation skills are only equalled by his landing skills. Poor old Dr. Man. We have been a bit mean. Doesn't look like I can get up there. Okay, so this is the bridge section. It's completely come off the rest of the ship, has it? Oh, the 890J is above me, is it? A big ship sneak up on me like that. Oh, look at... Yeah, look at the... Oh, look at the size of that thing. That's just... Now, there's a quick again. Okay, so Dr. Man has landed. So this is the bridge. Oh, yeah, look. Okay, so there's the bridge section of the ship is exposed to the elements. It's just Oh wow. That's the emergency escape pod, which presumably somebody used, I'm guessing. Oh, that's really cool. And everything's on a tilt. It's like an old Batman TV series. Oh wow. Yes, you can look around the crashed bridge of the starship. It's amazing that survived, actually. It's a cool thing to have a look at there. So this is actually the forward. Yeah, so the whole glass section at the front is missing, isn't it? Oh. Imagine exploring wacky wrecks and all sorts of things like that, looking for stuff. It's going to be so cool. Well, I need to go wander over to that ship that's just arrived, the 890J. Okay, so for the sake of time, I should get a video because I'm almost out of time already. Look at this. I mean, my Constellation is, in my head, quite a big ship. Look at the size of that 890J. That's just look, I mean, my ship's big, but look at the size of that thing. That's insanely large. That is like, I don't know, how long is that? I mean, that's got to be 300 meters. 300 meters long. What did he name it? Where's the sign on the side? It's huge, isn't it? 210 meters. Wow. I can't see the sign on this. I can't see a name. It's enormous. Look at the undercarriage. Oh, the butt is the thick end of the ship. Sorry. I looked at it from the other side. I thought that was at the front. I was at the front. Now I'm heading towards the back. Oh, Fortuna. Excellent. Oh, look at the size of that undercarriage. That is just immense, isn't it? It's like a Hindenburg. It's so big. And there's the entrance. I haven't got time to go. I haven't got time to look around it really, have I? Let's just have a quick look. Go on then, because it's just insanely large. Whoa! Touring that as an entire episode. Yeah, I can imagine it is. Wow, it's quite an elevator, isn't it? Wow. How much does this ship cost? Oh, it's just enormous. I'm gonna get lost in here. It's my problem. Okay, so we're at the back of the ship, aren't we? Okay, so let's have a wander through just to kind of get a vague. Oh my goodness, look at the interior of this thing. I thought I was doing well with my Constellation. What a design. Oh, it's just a proper starship, isn't it? Wowzers. And then there we go, just the usual sit out the windows and look out. That is quite a thing, and presumably we can just chill here. Yeah, we can just, if I can get it right, there we go. I can just chill looking out the window. That's always a bigger ship. 32 million in game. Wow. Wow. One deck down for the pool and the spa. One deck down for the pool. I've got to see that before we go. So that's on this deck. Oh, there's so much detail. I'm going to have to spend an entire episode for this ship, aren't I? Oh, there we go. So, foyer, bar and lounge, dining, spoo pile and a hangar. I love it. How do you get the door to open? Does that not work? Two decks, sorry. Is there a, oh, there we go, there's a button. Sorry, I must have missed that. Okay, so let's just, I've got to see the spar of the ball. I've got to see the spar of the ball because, I mean, there we go. So somewhere down here, this is the spar, is it? There literally is a swimming pool on the ship. It's like a space Titanic, isn't it? Oh, that's kind of the sauna. Yeah, but look, it's got little towels and everything. That's amazing. Okay, so in order to get... Oh, there's the pool. Look at that. There's actually a genuine swimming pool. Oh, my goodness me. That's insane. That is insane. There's a swimming pool on the spaceship. Don't go too deep in the water. That pool is bigger than some ships. Let's just keep on the sun lounges because we can. How did you manage to lie down on there? Oh, I can. Look, I can lie down on the sun lounger in my spacesuit on a spaceship next to the pool because you can. Wow, that is insane. They officially had too much space on this spaceship. And I know, a swimming pool on a spaceship. I mean, now how do they stop the water? I suppose it's anti-gravity, of course, isn't it? Yep. There's a bar upstairs. Yep. Oh no, I've got to stop because I'm out of time. But oh, what a ship! That is it. That is insane. So, how do I get? What do I have to do? Because I'm going to have to quit. But do I need to get back to my ship? I suppose I should really. Is that at the front here? This is where I came in, isn't it? Okay. The spacecraft is built in Dubai. I think you're right. There we go. So let's call the elevator, and I'll get back to my ship. Jump in the bed on my Phoenix. Should I go into space though? Because isn't it a bit problematic on the ground? It's such a big ship. It takes ages. There we go. Okay, go back to your ship, take off and bedlock. I'll do that. Yeah, because I've had a couple of glitches where if you're not in space, it tends to get a bit unhappy. So I'll go and do that. It does work reliably on the surface. Okay, well, I'll try it. I'll try it then. I'll try it. Log in from the Phoenix. Okay, I will try that. Is this elevator coming? Where was the elevator? Oh, there it is. That was a bit weird. All the ball is going. Is that the steward over there? It's just sort of keeping an eye on these bunch of ne'er-do-wells have got on the ship. Oh, I think I've just marooned somebody. Oh, that just disappeared. Oh no, down we go. There we go. Bye. Oh, that's the owner of the ship. Oh, okay, excellent. The 890J is one of the few ships that currently requires docking horizontally with spaceports. That is a bit mad, isn't it? Wow, it's dropping us. Look at the size of that. That's just ludicrously impressive. Right, my friends, it's time to get back to my now rather pedestrian-looking small spaceship. I thought, oh, he dressed up. That would be the captain. Excellent. Thank you very much for that. Back to my Constellation, which now doesn't look all that big by comparison, but it is still a cool ship. And I'm going to jump into my executive bed suite and log off from there. So thank you so much everybody who's bought a ship. Right, where's the control panel for, oh, somebody's already managed it for me. And for my not quite so impressive spaceship, now I go over here, don't I? As I recall. There we go, up. And literally I'm outside my bedroom, which is quite handy. Fantastic. There we go. Right, I'm going in here. Thank you very much, everybody. And it's good night for me. Good night. I should see that. I'd like to have a good long hard look at that 890. That was very, very impressive. So let's lie down there. That was amazing. And I'll take some time to explore this. Yes, because there's a lot the ship can do as well. It looks like I can't actually lock the door of my bedroom though. That's quite funny. Dear. It looks like Dr. Quest is that Dr. Quest? No, it's Pikey. He's bought me a beer. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Cheers, Maximus. Thank you very much. Yes, so bring ships. We'll do that sort of thing. Now I can log out from here, so let's do that. All right, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. I do need a lock on the door of my spaceship, I think, for the bedroom at the very least. A bit log out option. There we go. Let's try that. Fantastic. All right, my friends. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for your company today. That was amazing again. My mind is blown again by the possibilities of what this game can do. It's just insane. It's just unbelievably amazing. I'm so impressed. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Take care, my friends. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Be good. Enjoy yourself. I will see you tomorrow if you're about for some Wing Commander 5. And which is quite interesting actually, and nobody died today. No. There were a few dodgy landings, partly from me and partly from others, but we didn't die. It was a success. And I brought beers for everyone, says Paddy McGinty. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Take care, my friends. Be good. See you soon, and enjoy the verse, citizens. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.